How real is shrinkflation? It's real. It's as real as it gets, and it's about to get worse. I'm talking from personal experience. I don't eat out as much, but I do travel a lot. That's why I make a lot of videos out of the car too. Plus, screaming kids at home too does help to have a little bit of a clear mind when I'm in the car, because no matter where I hide, they find me, or they'll bang on the door when I had to finish the sentence. But for the most part, I am on the road a lot, doing a lot of meat deliveries and all that, and meeting new people. It's been pretty cool, so I enjoy it. And that's the only time I would eat out. Even then, I have food prepared for at least one way to get there, so I don't have to stop and eat out, because it is becoming unaffordable. Mostly bad service. People are miserable. For the most part, there are still people out there that, respect customers. They understand the only reason they have a job, it's not because of their employer, the company, or whatever small business they work for. It's working class, we the people, customers that come in and eat at their places or whatever services we use. A lot of younger people nowadays just do not understand that concept. They don't understand when you ask, do you want to round up this bill? Well, you already taxed me 4 times. Service was bad, food was terrible. There is shrinkflation. You're not even getting like meat in tacos. Like, it's crazy. Stop at 2 places. You have to look for, like, is there a little piece of chicken there so I can eat? Where is it? Should I bring my own food? I think that's coming. Bring your own food, kind of like in some countries, or should I say states in the United States, like Utah and somewhere else. You can bring your own booze, right? Bring your own meat. Maybe we should cook it too, so those workers don't get pissed off. They're not miserable working for minimum wage and not understanding it is not me, it is not you that's creating this mess. It's one party against the working class. It's one party against we the people. It's a uniparty. It's what I've been talking about on this video blog since I started it. Decided not to fly since 2020, late 2019, when this pandemic started. I've been across the country, everywhere. Maybe I did not hit, no, I did hit East Coast. I was for Christmas in New Jersey. So I've been everywhere, and I do not want to fly. I stop at the hotel. Sometimes if it's a stay more than 5 days or a week, like this one, 2 weeks, I bring my own food, the one that I grow, the one that I grew. My own beef, 30, 40 pounds. Frozen, of course. Make sure when I stop halfway, the destination is as far as Florida, right, from Arkansas. I want to stop at the place that has freezer inside, like Second Home. I think that's the place, the hotel we stayed. That was awesome. They have everything you need. I think the name warrants it. Service was great, by the way, finally. And not overpriced at all based on everything else I noticed. And just picked it up the next day, drove another 6 hours, and right now we're just making pot roast with the meat that we brought, instead of going here at the Publix and paying whatever, $18 for a pound for ribeye and all that. I'm just gonna bring my own, and definitely gonna try not to eat out. So there are always solutions to problems where you still live your life. But the goal is, like I've been saying, you got to grow your own food. Just stand-up garden. If you barely had any room, if you can make something grow, so you have at least vegetables or something, so you can just offset some of this craziness that we're witnessing. And we're just on the first leg. I've been warning about it. I said that diesel is going back to $5 a gallon. On some states, it's already over it. In Arkansas, it's about $4.50 right now. And this is the unaffordable price for the freelance truckers. And the reason I talk about that, because I'm in food industry, I know a lot of people that own their own rigs. They understand, they know the numbers. This is unsustainable, this is sustainable. So it's a chain reaction of a lot of bad stuff going on. And that's what's happening right now. We haven't seen crises yet. And they're gonna blame it on, scamdemic again or something. It's not their fault. Those suits, those freaks, the freak show that's running the freak show in Congress, just getting to the point, like I said, small businesses are going to go under because we have an affordability problem in the United States and for the most part across the globe right now, especially in Europe. And it's not going to stop anytime soon. Prepare while you can, and don't be surprised in a year from now, you're going to see some places that says bring your own meat. Might even be less than that. To the restaurant, but they'll charge you, let's say the meal was $17 with their own meat, which was no meat provided. It'll be the same price, maybe even higher, because they're expecting people to still show up because they're trusting the mainstream media and those in Congress narrative that everything is good, and we can ignore 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP that happened just recently that signals inflation. Not signals, that's what inflation is, but they changed the terminology. So it's not inflation, don't worry about it, it's all good. Yes, shrinkflation is real. Potato chips, go to Fire Subs or some other fancy sandwich joints and let me know how that works out for you. You open up a potato bag, potato chip bag, and it's air that comes out. It like blasts you in the face. You're like, where's the chips? Like I just paid $17 for a medium-sized Philly cheesesteak with Coke, Pepsi, whatever, and potato chips that's missing 70% of potato chips inside the bag. Not to mention, to me, I don't know, you guys let me know, I think those sandwiches have less meat in them too at the Firehouse, and they look smaller, like medium became like less medium size. Like a lot of people say, try to make this up, it's impossible. It is really true. Try to make it up. It's unbelievable. So again, focusing on solutions, I would say fly less, enjoy freedom, be on your own pace, figure it out. Even rentals of some SUVs and stuff, it's probably going to cost you less than the flight anyways, plane tickets, you know, and you don't have to deal with all the nonsense. But if you do prefer to fly, make sure you stock up on food big time and maybe go to a restaurant like one time. Again, this sounds like I'm telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and why and what I see when I'm on the road. And like I said, I'm on the road a lot and I talk to a lot of people, especially in the food industry. And I hear the same thing. And sometimes the stories are even more wild, what I hear from everyday people, from we the people, from the working class, not from some rich guy here, you know, trying to sell you some subscription. Is that how you say subscription or whatever? It's just the way it is. Yes, selling the meat, the real meat. That is true. Because soon enough, you may not even have it at the store. Or you'll have some freaking injected bad meat already from old cow and have Myrna, whatever it's called, injection in it. Get to know your local ranchers, your local farmers, or more important, to become one. You become one. Share your story if you did. I'd love to hear it. I'm going to leave you with this right here. Let's go.